Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 3 of top coding interview questions in Streams API using a list of user defined objects. In part 1, we have discussed about the top coding interview questions in Streams API using a list of strings. In part 2, we have discussed the coding interview questions using array of numbers and list of integers. This is part 3. Here, let us discuss about the coding interview questions using a list of user-defined objects. Here also, I have categorized it as basic, intermediate and advanced. The domain model that we will be working with is employee with the set of instance variables. These are the coding interview questions that we will be discussing in this particular video. 20 questions. Okay. Here we will be working with the employee class with the instance variables as employee name, employee ID, city, salary and department. We will be working with a list of employee objects. Okay, fine. Now let us get started. I have already created an employee class. With the given instance variables, I have added the default constructor, parameterize constructor, getter-setter methods and toString. And all the classes relevant to the questions are also ready. Now let us get started with the first question. Find all employees from a specific city and get the count of employees. This is basic filtering. Okay. This is the class where I have created a list of employee objects. The method that I have used is arrays.asList. For this question, let us get the list of employees who belong to Bengaluru. So the first step is convert our list into a stream, employees.stream.filter. Filter takes predicate as parameter. When you are working with string or number, directly you can provide the condition by calling the appropriate method. That is str.equals Priya or str.equals hello or number greater than 10 and so on. Here, whatever is entering inside predicate is an employee object. So, you need to check in for the condition using the getter method of that particular property. In our case, we want to check if the city belongs to Bengaluru. So, we have to call the getter method of city property. First, let me implement predicate. Predicate employee pred is equal to import predicate. Whatever is entering inside is employee. The condition is employee.getCity dot equals Bengaluru. This is the condition. Now, inside filter, either I can pass this variable or I can provide this implementation. Let me provide the implementation, then call .forEach. Use method reference to print the value. System.out println. Now let us run this. So this returns the list of employees who belong to the city Bengaluru. Of course, I need to get the count of employees who belong to Bengaluru. So what we can do is, we will copy the first two lines and call the terminal operator .count. The return type of count is long. Let me get it in a long variable. Long total count is equal to and print it. So total count. I need to get the output as 3. Okay. We will move on to the next question. Find all employees where the salary is greater than a particular value. This also is similar to the previous case, filtering. We will do it in the same program only. I will comment the previous code. Employees.stream.filter. Get the list of employees where the salary is greater than a particular value. Say for example, we can have where the salary is greater than 10,000. What is coming inside is emp salary greater than 10,000 and again use .forEach. I'll copy this. Now let us run this. Here I am getting the list of employees where the salary is greater than 10,000. Okay. Now we will move on to the next question. Print all the employee names only in uppercase and in alphabetical order. We will try this out. Let me open a new class, print employee names. As usual, convert your employees into a string. Now, I need to print only the employee names. When you want to convert from one form into another form, the method that you need to use is map. Map takes function as parameter. So, we need to provide the implementation of function. Let me provide the implementation separately first. Function. The input to this function is the employee class. The output that I am expecting from this function implementation is the name of the employee. So, the return type is string. Fun is equal to what goes inside is an employee object. What I want to get back is the name of the employee object. So, it is emp.get employee name. We don't have to provide the return keyword because it is one single line and we have not used curly braces. Now, either I can pass this variable fun or provide the implementation. The next requirement is it should be in uppercase. So, call the method dot to uppercase. Whatever we are getting is a string object. So, I can call to uppercase on the string object. And then it has to be sorted in alphabetical order. Dot sorted. And then dot for each. System dot out double colon println. Let us run this. Here it is providing me with a list of employee names in uppercase and in alphabetical order. Okay. We will move on to the next question. Get the first employee where the department is HR and if not available, throw exception. Let me open a new class. This is the question. Get the first employee where the department is HR. So, first I need to do filtering operation to get the employees. In that I need to find the first employee object. If it is not available, it has to throw an exception. Okay. First convert your employees into a stream, employees.stream dot filter. What is coming inside is the employee object, employee.get department dot equals HR. Then in the next line, I need to get the first employee who belongs to HR dot find first. The return type of find first is optional. Optional is like a container. Whenever a method is returning optional, do not call the get method on that directly, because if the value is available, it will return the value. If the value is not available, it will throw the exception directly in the console. To prevent that, always first get it in an optional. Optional of employee optemp is equal to, and then check if the optional is having value. There are n number of ways of doing it. Now I am using optemp dot is present. If it is present, then get the employee object. Employee emp is equal to optemp dot get. It returns an employee object. The next line I can print the employee object. So emp. Okay. This is one way. If you do not want to write so much, then directly you can call optemp dot if present system dot out double colon println. Okay. In both the cases, it has to return me the output. Okay. What if this department is not available? In this case, the optional is empty. So, you will not get output in both the cases. But what we need, if the value is available, it has to return the value. If the value is not available, it should throw exception. So, in that case, let me copy this. I will comment all this part. After find first, we can use the method dot or else throw. If you notice, there are two methods of or else throw. If the value is available, it will return the value. If the value is not available, the first method will throw no such element exception. But I want to give my own exception, as in employee not found exception, or ID not found exception, or department not found exception. In that scenario, you can select the second one or else throw, which takes supplier as parameter. You need to provide the implementation of supplier. So let me show you in both the cases. Let me give or else throw. If the value is available, it has to return me the value. Employee emp is equal to. Both the places I have given the same name. empl is equal to CISO empl. And now first we will check with the proper value. So I am getting the first employee who belongs to the department HR. Let me give a different name. Let me run this. This time it has to throw no such element exception. We are capturing it properly. Okay. Now what if I want to give my own exception? Then implement supplier. Now you can provide your own exception. New employee not found exception, or new ID not found exception, or new department not found exception. Let me create it as new employee not found exception. We have not created the class. We will create it right away. Employee not found. This will give me an error because this particular class is not available. Keep the cursor here and create the class. Create employee not found exception class. Click finish. Extends runtime exception and add two constructors, a default and a parameterized constructor. Go to source, generate constructors from superclass. Select the first one and the fourth one. Click generate. Okay. Now the error is gone here also. Now let me run this. So this time if you notice, we will get the proper exception. com.srishti.userdefined.employee not found exception, employee not found. Okay, the message that you have given. Okay. So if the value is present, return the employee object. If the value is not available, then throw the exception. Either you can throw the inbuilt exception or throw user defined exception. We will move on to the next question. Get the total salary of all employees in a specific department. Total EMP salary. Let us try it out. The question is, get the total salary of all employees in a specific department. Let's say accounts. So first I need to filter the employees by department. Employees.stream.filter emp arrow emp dot get department dot equals accounts. Whatever is coming after this particular method is the list of employees who belong to the department accounts. Now I need to get the sum of salaries of all the employees. It can be done in two ways. First is I need to get only the salaries from the employee object. So to convert it from one type to another type, you all know that we need to use map method. I don't want to use double D capital. I want to convert it into primitive type. So we will use the method dot map to double. See the return type, we will get double stream. Map to double. Whatever is coming inside is the employee object. What I want is the salary. emp dot get salary. You can do in this way or use method reference map to double employee double colon get salary. Both will work perfectly fine. In both the cases, the return type is double stream. In this case also, the return type is double stream. See that? Let me keep the cursor here. Double stream. Okay, I'll comment this. Instead of lambda expression, we will use method reference. Dot sum. That's all. Because we have converted it into double values. How is this possible? First, I am filtering the employees by a particular department accounts. So, after line number 27, I am having the list of employees who belong to accounts department. Now, from the employees, I need to get only their salary. So, for that, we are using map to double method. If we are using map method, it will be converted only into double wrapper class object. But what I want is the double primitive value. So, I have used map to double. I am getting the salary and I am calling sum method. Let me get it in a variable. Int total salary is equal to. Let me get it in a variable. Double total sal is equal to. And print the salary. Total sal. Let me run this. Okay. Now, let me show you one other way of doing it. As usual, convert your list into a stream. Filter the employees by a particular department. This time, let us filter by testing department. Then, you can use dot collect method. Collect takes the static method of collectors class. In collectors class, there are so many static methods within which there is a method called as summing double, which also takes to double function. Whatever you have done in the previous case, you have used map to double. Here directly I can use summing double. Whatever operation you have performed, it will be taken care by this method, within which we need to provide the property. In our case it is salary. Just provide the method reference, employee double colon get salary, or use lambda expression just like what we have given over here. See the return type of collect, it is double value. Double total is equal to, and let me print it in the next line. Let me save this and run it. Now we have got the output. So, we are finding the total salary of all the employees in a specific department. Either you can use the first way to convert your employee object and retrieve only the salaries and use the aggregate operation sum, or use the static method of collectors class. Going forward, we will be using many static methods of collectors class only. We will move on to the next question. We have completed the basic part. Let us move on to the intermediate. Check if all employees have a salary greater than a specific value. What is the difference between this question and this question? In the second question, we are retrieving all the employees where the salary is greater than a particular value. In this case, we are just going to check whether it is greater than a particular value. If it is greater, it will return true. If it is not greater, it will return false. Okay, we are checking for all the employees. So, the method that we are going to use is all match. Check if all the employees have a salary greater than a specific value. Let's say 10,000. If all the employees have their salary greater than 10,000, then it will return true, or else it will return false. That's it. Let us try it out. First, convert your employees into a stream. Dot, the method is all match. It takes predicate as parameter. Now the condition is emp dot get salary should be greater than 10,000. See the return type of all match, boolean. So it will either return true or false. Boolean is matching. So is matching. Let me run this. This will return false. Now what if I give greater than 1000? This will return true. There is also one other method similar to all match, that is any match. This is to check if any of the employees having salary greater than a specific value. Now in this case also it has to return true. Any one employee at least is having a salary greater than 10,000. Okay. We will move on to the next question. Get the sum of salaries of all employees and the average salary. This is my list and this is the question. First, convert your employees into a stream, employees.stream. I want to retrieve only the salaries of all the employees. So use the method map to double. What goes inside is the employee object. What I need is the salary. emp.getSalary. Either you can use this method or use method reference. So let us use method reference only. Employee double colon get salary dot sum. Double sum is equal to sort sum. One other way of doing it is employees dot stream dot collect collectors dot summing double employee double colon get salary. The return type is a double D capital value. Automatically it will be unboxed. So I am using the same variable. This is sum. Okay. Let me do this also in a single line. Let us run this. So we are getting the proper output. Now I need to get the average. It's the same thing. Employees.stream.map to double. I am getting the list of salaries. In that I need to call average method. Average method returns an optional double. So you need to get it in an optional variable. Use any of the methods of optional to check if the value is available. If the value is available, print it, or else print the default value or throw exception. In my case, I am just going to print if present system.out double colon println. The optional that we are seeing here is a specialized optional which works only for primitive types. Okay, this is one way of getting the average. There is one other way of doing it using the static method of collectors. Let me show that also. Employees.stream dot collect collectors dot averaging double. With what you want to find the average? The salary. So pass method reference employee double colon get salary. The return type of collect is double value only. So I can get it in a double variable. Double average is equal to. Okay. What is the difference between the first one and the second one? In the first case, we are converting it into primitive type and calling the aggregate operation, that is sum and average, in both the scenarios. In the first case and also in the second case. If you do not want to convert it into primitive type, then directly you can use the static methods of collector class. Let me print the average. Now let us run this. Here we have got the output. Okay. We will move on to the next question. Get a map of employee names and their salaries. So first let us convert our list into a stream. Employees.stream dot. To convert our list into a map, there is a static method of collectors. So call dot collect method which takes the static method of collectors. Collectors dot to map. This method takes two parameters. That is, you need to provide the implementation of function interface. The first implementation is for key. The second implementation is for the value. In our case, the key should be the name of the employee and the value should be the salary of the employee. So let us provide it emp dot get emp name and the value should be the salary of the employee. So either you can use lambda expression or you can go in for method reference. Let me use method reference. Employee double colon get salary. When to use lambda expression and when to use method reference? If suppose I want to perform some operation on that particular result, I can use lambda expression. As in, I want to print the employee name in uppercase. So I can use dot to uppercase. I can call the methods. But if I want to perform any operation on the salary, it is not possible because we have used method reference. Okay. What is the return type? The return type is a map. The key is of data type string. The value is of data type double. map names is equal to. Now let us iterate through the map names dot for each. It takes by consumer as parameter. The key is the name, the value is the salary. So name plus salary. Let us run this. Here we have got the output, map of employee names and their salaries. Okay, we will move on to the next question. Print the employee details from highest to lowest salary. Obviously, this is a question on sorting. Now let us get started. Print the employee details from highest to lowest salary. It means I need to sort the employees by salary in descending order. First, let us convert it into a stream. Employees dot stream dot sorted. If you have worked with collection API, you might be knowing it. We need to provide the implementation of comparator within sorted method. It takes two parameters, employee 1, employee 2, arrow. We are comparing with the salaries. This has to print me the list of employees based on their salaries in descending order. So let me take the second employee salary. Employee 2 dot get salary. The return type of get salary is double, primitive value. So I cannot compare it. I have to explicitly convert it into wrapper class double, D capital. So let us do auto boxing. Double. Add a round parenthesis after that also. Now I can call dot compare to method, dot compare to employee 1 dot get salary. Then use dot for each. As usual, let us use method reference system.out println. Let me run this. This has to return me the list of employees with their salary starting from the highest salary to the lowest salary. Okay. There is one other way of doing it. Rather than we providing the implementation using lambda expression, we can use the static method of comparator. Let us try it out. Employees dot stream dot sorted. It takes the static method of comparator. We don't have to provide the logic. It is taken care by the comparing method of comparator. We have to just provide with what it should be compared. We have to compare it with salary. Employee get salary. When you give this, the employees will be sorted with their salaries in ascending order from the lowest salary to highest salary. But we want the list of employees with their salaries from highest salary to lowest salary. So we can use the method reversed, which is available in comparator interface. Okay. Dot for each. This also has to return me the same output. Let us check it out. This is also returning me the list of employees with their salaries from the highest salary to the lowest salary. I hope it is clear. Whatever method we are seeing, comparator.comparing is providing the same implementation that we have given explicitly in the sorted method. Okay, we will move on to the next question. Get the employees with the highest salary. This is the question. First, convert our list into a string, employees.stream dot max. Max also takes comparator as parameter. This is also just similar to sorted. Sorted also takes comparator as parameter. Max also takes comparator as parameter. In case of sorted, it will sort the list from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. In case of max, it will return the maximum value. That is the difference. Now I can give comparator dot comparing with what I want to compare, employee get salary. This will return only one single value, this max. This method will return an optional employee. Optional of employee opt emp is equal to import optional. As usual, check for a condition whether the value is available or not. If it is available, print the details. So in our case, it has to print the employee having the highest salary. Let me run this. I should get the employee having the highest salary. What if I am having more than one employee having the highest salary? In that case, we cannot use this method. This max will return only the first employee that is having the highest salary. So this can be done in a different way also. Let me show it to you. First, I will make one other employee having the highest salary as 30,000. Let me run this. You can see I will be getting the first employee having the highest salary. This has to be done in a different way. First, get the highest salary. Then, filter the employees with that salary. Okay, we will try this now. Employees dot stream dot get only the salaries, map to double from the employee object. Employee double colon get salary. In that I need to get the maximum salary. So we can use the aggregate method max. This returns an optional double. We need the maximum salary. So we need to call dot get as double. It is mandatory that you need to check if the value is available. Only if the value is available, you need to retrieve it. That is what I am saying is always check if it is present, then retrieve it. The return type is the double maximum value, max sal. Now we can filter the employees with the salary. Employees dot stream dot filter emp arrow emp dot get salary double equal to max sal. If it is there, dot for each. System dot out double colon println. Let me add a dummy println statement after this. This time I should get 2 employees having the highest salary. Let me run this. Here we have got it. So the best way is to do in this manner. If you are using this, in this scenario, it is returning only the first employee having the highest salary. In this case, it is returning all the employees having the highest salary. Fine. We will move on to the next question. Get the employees with the second highest salary. Get the employees with the second highest salary. In my case, the second highest salary is 22,000. I am having more than one employee with the second highest salary. So here also we need to do it in 2 steps. First, get the second highest salary. Then filter the employees with the second highest salary. Okay. Now let us get started. First let us get the second highest salary. Employees dot stream dot I want to get only the salaries. To get only the salaries, we need to use map to double. Dot map to double employee double colon get salary. Now I need to sort it in descending order from the highest salary to lowest salary. This means I need to use the sorted method that is having comparator as parameter. But here I am seeing only the first method without any parameters. Why? Because this is getting converted into double, primitive double. That is, the output of map to double is a double stream. But I want a stream of angle bracket double, that is objects. Only if I am having objects, I can use the sorted method that takes comparator as parameter. So what I will do is, I will simply use map. Now also I am getting list of salaries, but they are not of primitive data type double, but they are of type the wrapper class double D capital. Now I can use dot sorted, which takes comparator as parameter. So here I am getting 2 salary values, sal1 comma sal2. Provide the implementation. Sal2 dot compare to sal1. Till now, whatever we have seen when we were sorting, we were getting the employee object and we were telling with what it has to sort. But now I want only the salary. So I am retrieving only the salaries from the list of employees and I am comparing it. After this line, we are getting the list of salaries in descending order, starting from the highest salary to the lowest salary. If I use dot for each, it will return me the list of salaries in descending order. System.out :println. Let me run this. It is returning me the list of salaries in descending order. Now what I want the second highest salary. So instead of using for each, we will skip the first one. Now the value will start from 22,000. Okay, so what I can do is, I know that is the second highest salary. I will use dot find first. This returns an optional of angle bracket double. It is not returning an optional double. There is a huge difference. Optional double is a primitive string. Optional of angle bracket double is a stream of double objects. Okay, dot find first, dot get. So this returns the second highest salary. Whenever you are getting an optional, please remember you need to check whether the value is available, then only you need to call get method. Here, because we are doing it as a practice, I have not done that. Double second highest equal to. Okay, let us print that first. Second highest, let me run this. I should get 22,000. Then the next part is easy. Filter the employees with the second highest salary. I'll copy that from the previous one. Double equal to second highest. Dot for each. Okay. Let me just compare this with the previous program which we have done. In the previous case, if you notice, we are using map to double. So the return type of map to double is double string. We can call aggregate operation on primitive string. We are calling dot max. It is returning get as double. The return type is the lowercase double. But if you notice in this scenario, we are using map, not map to double, to retrieve the salaries, but the return type will be a stream of double. That is the biggest difference. Dot sorted. We are sorting it from highest to lowest because we cannot get the maximum value. Then skip the first one, find the first element and retrieve the value. It's not get as double, it is get. The return type is double D capital. I have retrieved it in lowercase double because auto unboxing happens automatically. Fine. Now let us run this. Run this. I should get the list of employees having the second highest salary. Okay, I have got 2 employees having the second highest salary. We will move on to the next question. Get the employees who are earning above the average salary. This is my class. The requirement is get the employees who are earning above the average salary. So how to do this? This also has to be done in 2 steps. First, get the average salary. Then filter the employees having salary greater than the average salary. Okay, let us try it out. To get this average salary, we can again do this in 2 steps. One is using the primitive streams, the other one is using the stream of double. I will show you both the ways. First, let us convert our employees into a stream. Employees.stream dot map to double employee double colon get salary dot average. This returns an optional double dot get as double. The return type is a double value which returns the average salary. Okay. Now I can filter the employees having the salary greater than the average salary. Dot filter emp arrow emp dot get salary greater than average salary. Dot for each. System dot out double colon println. Okay. Let us print the average salary also. So average salary. Let us run this. The average salary is 16,625. This has to return me the list of employees having salary greater than the average salary. Okay. Now we have got the output. There is also one other way of getting the average salary of employees. Already we have done it. Let me open that particular class. Average is equal to employees.stream.collect collectors.averaging double. Let me just copy this code. Double average is equal to employees.stream.collect collectors.averaging double. So either you can use this method or you can use this method. In this case, you are working with the stream of double, that is object. In the first case, you are working with a primitive stream. Both will work perfectly fine. Instead of average sal, if I gives average, this also should work fine. Okay. We'll move on to the next question. Get the employee with the longest name. I need to get the employee having the longest name. First, let us convert our list into a stream. Dot max. Max is used to return the maximum element of the string. If you are passing a string value, it will return the element having the maximum number of characters. If you are passing a number, it will return the number that is highest. Okay. In our case, we want to check only for the name. Comparator dot comparing. Here we want to retrieve the name having the maximum characters. So let me pass employee double colon get emp name dot get. This returns an employee object. Employee emp equal to. So you can either print the employee or print the employee name alone. So this returns me the employee with the longest name. We will move on to the next question. We have completed the intermediate questions. We are moving on to the advanced questions. All the advanced questions are based on grouping. Okay. List all the employees by department. In the first case, we filtered the employees by a specific city. Here, we are trying to list all the employees by individual departments. As in, we are trying to group the employees. Let us try it out. If you have watched my previous videos where I have worked with list of numbers, list of strings, we have done it. So, you might be knowing it. Employees.stream.collect. For grouping by, we are going to use the static method of collectors class. Collectors dot grouping by. With what we need to group? We need to provide that particular implementation. It takes function as parameter. So obviously I need to specify the property with what I want to group. We want to group by department. It is employee double colon get department. The return type of this method is a map where the key is department. So the data type is string. The value is list of employees. Let me keep the cursor here. You can notice it over here. String list of employee. Let me get it in a map. Map string comma list of employee. Okay. Map employees is equal to. Use for each to iterate and print the output. Map emps dot for each. It takes by consumer. The first one is the department name. That is the key. And the second one is the list of employees. So, department plus dept. And in case of employees, we will use employees.forEach to print it. System.out double colon println. Now let me run this. Department HR, it is returning me the list of employees belonging to HR. Department Accounts, list of employees belonging to accounts. Department Testing, list of employees belonging to testing. So, we have grouped the employees based on their departments. We will move on to the next question. Get the count of employees by department. This is also grouping only. In the previous case, we have used grouping by that takes one parameter. In this case, we will be using grouping by that takes two parameters. We will do it in the same program. Employees.stream dot collect collectors dot grouping by. This time I am going in for the second method that takes two parameters. The first parameter represents the key. In our case the key is department, employee double colon get department, and the value is the total count of employees in each department. So there is a static method collectors dot counting. The return type of this again is a map where the key is the department. So the data type is string. The value is the total count of employees in that particular department. So the data type is long. Let me keep the cursor here. Map string comma long. Can you see this? Okay. Now directly we will iterate it. Dot for each. Key is department, comma, value is the count of employees in that particular department. So department plus /t plus count. So this returns a list of employees in each and every department. Let me run this. HR 2, accounts 4 and testing 2. I hope it is clear. We have used grouping by to group the employees based on a particular property. Get the sum of salaries of all employees by department. This is the question. Get the sum of salaries for all employees by department. Here also we are going to use grouping by. Group by department and use the static method of collectors to sum it. Already we have seen this method collectors dot summing double. The same method we will use it together with grouping by. First let me convert my list into a string. Employees dot stream dot collect. We will take the second method which has two parameters. The first parameter is the key, which is employee double colon get department. The second parameter is to get the sum of salaries of employees belonging to a particular department. In the previous case, we get the count of employees belonging to a particular department. So, for each department, we got the count of employees. Here, we want to get the sum of salaries of employees belonging to each department. So, the second parameter is collectors dot summing double. Already we have used this method. I want to get the sum of salaries. Double colon get salary. The return type is a map where the key is department. So the data type is string. The value is sum of salaries of all the employees. So the data type is double. Let me keep the cursor here. String and double. Now to this only directly we will use dot for each. Key is department, comma, value is sum of salaries, and in the same line let us print it. Department plus sum of salary. Now let me run this. So this returns the sum of salaries of employees in HR department separately, accounts department separately and testing department separately. We will move on to the next question. Get the average salaries of all employees per department. In the previous case, we saw the sum. In this case, we are going to see the average. Already we have learned how to retrieve the average. The method is collectors dot averaging double. So this will become the second parameter in grouping by. Get the average salaries of all employees per department. In the previous case, we got the sum of salaries of all employees in each department. In this case, we need to retrieve the average. Already we have seen the method. It is collectors dot averaging double. This will be a parameter for grouping by. We will try this out. Employees dot stream dot collect, collectors dot grouping by. Take the second method which has two parameters. The first parameter is the key, employee double colon get department. You can do with department and also you can try it out with city. The second parameter is for getting the average. So it is collectors dot averaging double. I want to get the average of all the salaries pertaining to a particular department. The return type is a map where the key is department. So the data type is string. The value is the average of salaries. So the data type is double. Directly we can use for each. Dot for each. Key is department. Value is the average salary. So department plus average salary. Let me run this. So this returns the average salary for different departments, HR, accounts and testing. If you want to modify it little bit different, instead of checking with department, get the average salary of employees belonging to different cities. So in that case, how will you give it? Change department to city. Let me run this. So it is returning the average salary of employees in each city. I hope it is clear. We will move on to the next question. So if you notice, starting from this, we have incrementally moved on to advanced questions. First we did grouping by, then we got the count, then we got the sum of salaries, then we got the average salaries. Okay. Next is check if all employees belong to a specific department. Already we have done one question similar to this. Check if all employees have a salary greater than a specific value. That is how to use all match and any match. So that is the purpose of giving this particular question. Check if all employees belong to a particular department. Let us try this out. Employees dot stream dot all match. Check if all employees belong to a specific department. Check if all employees belong to a specific department. Let's say accounts. Let us try it out. Employees dot stream dot all match. emp arrow emp dot get department dot equals accounts. This will return either true or false. Boolean is matching. Let me run this. It will return false because there are other departments that are available for this particular list of employees. I can also check with any match. Check if any employee belongs to this department accounts. In this case, it will return true. Fine. We will move on to the next question. List all employees grouping by cities but belong to the same department. Already we have seen how to group the employees by department. After grouping the employees by department, again I want to group the employees by city. Suppose say I have my department as accounts. Under accounts, I have got people who belong to Chennai, Cochin, Bangalore, Goa. In that scenario, I want to group the employees who belong to Chennai, group the employees belonging to Bangalore, employees belonging to Goa, group the employees belonging to Cochin. Likewise, we will try it out. List employees grouping by cities but belonging to the same department. So first, we need to group the employees by department. Employees dot stream dot collect, collectors dot grouping by department, employee double colon get department. This returns the map where the key is department, that is of data type string, and the value is list of employees. Already we have seen this map of string, comma, list of employee, map names equal to. Now let me iterate through this map names dot for each. It takes two parameters. The first one is the department, the second one is the list of employees, employee list. Arrow within which first let me print the department. Now again I want to group the employees based on city. So convert this list into a stream, emplist dot stream dot collect, collectors dot grouping by, this time we are going to group by city, employee double colon get city. The return type is a map again, where the key is city and the value is list of employees. Now instead of getting it in a map, directly let me use dot for each. The key is city, the value is employee list. Let me print it. So first let me print the city. Employees in city plus city name. Then employees dot for each. Let me use method reference only. System dot out double colon println. So first what it will do? It will group by department. First it will print the department. For that particular department I am having many employees. Again I am taking that employees, grouping the employees by city. I missed a semicolon. Let us run this. Here you can see the output. First is department HR. I've got employees in city Bengaluru, employees in city Cochin. Then department accounts, employees in city Chennai. I've got 2 employees in city Bengaluru, in city Cochin. Then testing, employees in city Bengaluru, employees in city Chennai. You can also reverse it. First grouping by city and then getting the employees belonging to different departments. We will try that. Before doing that, I just want to print only the names rather than printing everything. So instead of using method reference, let me print only the employee name. Now let me run this. So I hope it is clear. Just to differentiate, after this you can also have a println statement. I am little bit beautifying it, that's all. Department HR, city Bengaluru, 1 employee. City Cochin, 1 employee. Department accounts, 3 different cities. Department testing, 2 different cities. We can also modify this. Let me comment it. Instead of grouping by department, we can group by city. So this will become city and this will become department. And this becomes city and this becomes department. Let me run this. City Chennai. In city Chennai, in department accounts, I am having 2 employees. In department testing, I am having 1 employee. In city Bengaluru, in department HR, I am having 1 employee. Department accounts, 1 employee. Department testing, 1 employee. City Cochin, department HR 1 employee, department accounts 1 employee. Here the data set is small. When you are having the data set as huge, then in that scenario you can see the difference. Okay. We will move on to the next question. Find the department with the highest average salary. We have done one question in which we were trying to retrieve the average salary of each and every department. Yeah, average salaries of all employees per department. Now in that I need to retrieve the highest salary. Let us try it out. So this is the program where we are getting the average salaries of employees based on city, not on department, based on city. So this time we will try it based on department. Find the department with the highest average salary. So we need to do it similar to this. First let us convert our list into a stream. dot collect, collectors dot grouping by. Take the method that takes two parameters. The first parameter is the key, employee double colon, get department, comma. The second parameter is the static method that returns the average salary for every department. Collectors dot averaging double. The property is salary. This returns a map where the key is department and the value is the average salary of every department. Let me first collect it in a map. Map, key is string because it is department, value is double because we are getting the average salary. Map departments equal to. First let me print it. So map departments. Let me run this. So it is returning the average salary of each and every department. I want to get the department having the highest average salary. In our case, it has to be testing. Okay. I will comment this also. Now we need to get the highest average salary of a particular department. In our case, we need to get this particular value. In case of a map, it is a key value pair. HR accounts testing becomes the key. The value that becomes the average salary. You cannot convert a map into a string, but we can convert a map into a entry set, or we can convert a map into a set and perform the same operation. I don't want to convert it into an entry set. I will convert it into a key set. So it is map departments dot key set. This returns a set of string. The string is nothing but the key. The key is nothing but the name of our department, HR accounts testing. Now that I have got a set, I can convert it into a string. I want to retrieve the maximum element in the string. So dot max. Max takes comparator as parameter. Comparator dot comparing. I need to provide the implementation of function interface. What is coming inside this comparing method is a string, which is nothing but the key, which is nothing but the name of the department. So it is department. I want to compare the values of these departments. To retrieve the value of the department, we can use the method of map. Map departments. Let me change the name here. Map EMPs. Now I can use map EMPs dot get by passing the key. The key is the department. Map EMPs dot get will return the value, as in it will return 13,500, 26,000. Among these three values, the maximum value will be retrieved. So the value that will be retrieved will be 26,000. Now remember, it will not return the value, but it will return the key that has that value. After this, let me call dot get. It returns a string. That means it returns the key. That means it returns the name of the department that has the value. The return type is string key. Key is nothing but the name of the department. To retrieve the corresponding value, again use the method of map. Map emps dot get by passing the key. This will return the highest value. So highest. Now let us run this. Now you can see the output. Okay. So first what we have done is, we have retrieved the average salary for each and every department by using the method grouping by. This returns a map where the key is the name of the department and the value is the average salary for the corresponding department. We cannot convert a map into a string, so we are converting our map into a key set which returns only the keys. We call stream method on that. To retrieve the maximum element, we have used the max method. To get the value, directly call the method of map interface, map.get, which will return the values. The values will be compared and the maximum element will be returned from the string. When you call get, it will return the key corresponding to that value. Again, use the method of map to return the highest value. So I hope it is clear. We have completed the last question also. So these are the top coding interview questions in Streams API working with a list of user defined objects. If you have completed till this part, then it means by this time you will be very comfortable working with Streams API. If you have not watched my previous videos on the coding interview questions in Streams API working with list of integers and array of numbers and list of strings, watch that out. If you have any other questions, share it in the comment section so that we can discuss it in the upcoming videos. That's it. Thank you.